Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. So today we're going to do some really quick, like 5-minute watercolor abstract landscape cards. I'm telling you, it's super quick. I show you how I paint both of these at once. Yep, I know it's not like a circus here, but we're painting both of these at once. And you see when you mount it on the cardstock, how pretty and gorgeous it comes out. You can even frame it. If you don't want to give it as a card, you can make it as like an actual gift and frame it. The trick and the key to this is just go for it and just not think too much and just have fun. And that's why I'm saying the challenge is like a 5-minute challenge, right? If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll try and answer them. It's just, that's the thing with abstracts. You really can't overthink them. When you overthink them, they come out like overworked. It's a really simple, fast procedure to do this wet on wet abstract. And that's the key. The challenge is to not overthink it and just do it. Also, check out my Patreon. I have ad-free videos, traceables, exclusive tutorials, and a live stream on the top tier. It's just a place people go and support my channel, which I appreciate so much. I also have a Facebook group for the Patreon members where we do weekly challenges, monthly giveaways, and Patreon members get first tips on watercolor workshops and retreats. So kind of like great little bonus for our Patreon members. And you can find that information in the link in the description box below. So we're getting into abstracts. Really quick and easy, fun cards. Really takes no time at all, any skill level, and lots of fun. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so let's go over supplies. I have 2 pieces of Ars paper. They are like 4x6 or maybe 4x5. I don't know. They're small. Just whatever card size you want to use. I tape them down with Scott's Magic tape just to put them on a piece of cardboard. I'll be playing with some flat wash brush. I'll be using the Princeton 3/4 inch Velvet Touch Series flat wash brush, but any flat wash brush will work. Maybe I'll go in a little bit with another brush, like a 10 round or 8 long round. And let's just try and play with 2 at once. I don't know, it can be kind of crazy, but I'm going to mix up some paint first. Just going to grab some Paynes Gray, get it really loose. I'm going to start off with Paynes Gray. I know, crazy, right? And I'll get a little bit of the ultramarine blue loose too. I'm going to be using that color as well. Okay, clean up my brush. So, picture whatever horizon line you want. It could be upper, lower, middle. I'm going to just start getting this wet from the middle. I have a little tinge still in my brush of color. And all the way, weird, pink pigment, to the top here. And I'm going to do this one too. Like I said, 2 at once. What? Yep, we're going to make cards super fast. Under 5 minutes. Like cool, atmospheric kind of abstract cards. Okay, now I'm going to grab my paint. I'm going to turn it upside down and grab my Paynes Gray. Let's loosen. And I'm just going to put that across where we have the water here. Gonna do the same thing to this one. I can find my water, my water line. Here we go. And we can add more paint in one section, or even darker paint. So I'm getting some more paint here. It's lifting up so it can bleed down. Or maybe I'll go like a little swipe on this one, and a swipe on this one. Do a little swipe here, and I'll add some more water on this one. This one's really going to drip. And it's only going to go where the water goes, right? So I added more water on that one. I'm lifting up the paint here, cleaning off my brush. And I'm just going to add that. Lift that paint. What? Stormy sky. This one will be a little bit different. Going to turn it like this. Lift this one. Just going to add a little more dark color on this one side here. Just keeping it a little bit different. Maybe I'll add some ultramarine blue in this one. I didn't have in that one. And that's it. That's for the sky part. How cool is that? Both a little different. Right? And we'll have to wait till this part dries in order to do the bottom part, because if we don't, we'll be having a bleed upon bleed upon bleed, and it'll be pretty ugly. You can play with just bleeding it if you want to on the bottom part. I'm going to loosen up some yellow here. This is cadmium yellow deep, and it's really, really bright. I'm going to tone it down, maybe add some burnt umber to it, or even burnt sienna. So it's a golden color. Get that loose. And you can play around with throwing in some metallic or gouache, whatever. Let's do that. I'm going to throw in some metallic paint since that's close by. And I'm going to put some of that down. And I still have my Paynes gray there. Whoops. Still using the flat wash brush. All right, we're going to play around with this bottom part. I'm not going to hit the white part. I'm going to go under. I have yellow on my brush. Under that line so you can still see the white. And I'm going to just put that all here. And maybe a little bit down here. Now I'm going to take that yellow color. Woo! That's really cool. Right there is simple. If you add a little ultramarine blue, it's going to turn green a little bit. Remember, we're making these little landscapes here. A little more yellow. It's got this muddy green. Paynes gray. Chisel end of this brush. Getting close to the edge. A little thicker with the paint. Almost black. Really cool, right? And I'm going to grab some of this brown. This is burnt umber, burnt sienna. Dry brush it, go across. So we have this like cool little brown happening. I'm kind of lifting it up. I don't want it so brown. But I like that. And then I can take the gold metallic paint that I have here, loosen that up a little bit. I'll use any brush. I have the long round handy. Let's throw a little gold paint in here. Oh, it's still damp. See what happens. Playing around with that. You don't have to do that. And I'm gonna grab some ultramarine blue and maybe some Prussian blue. Thicker mixed together. Do some little zigzag lines. Right there you have a cool, just a really cool kind of abstract. Now let's get a little different on the top one. Maybe my green will be brighter. So I've added some Prussian blue to my yellow. Still want to keep that funky. I can do wet on dry. See, wet is dry. Get close to that edge, but don't touch it. Now these are pretty much soaked in, so I can kind of move the move the paper like this. I'm going to go like this. Gonna add some water. Water over here. It's going to bleed down. That right there is just so simple and sweet. And get a little bit darker with my green. Adding some brown. Get in there with the brown. And even some Paynes gray. Oh, it's kind of funky, mysterious. Right? Just love that. And gonna grab some more burnt umber. Mix it with the Paynes gray so it's a deeper brown. Go right over to the edge here with the chisel edge of this brush. And I'm gonna go back in with that yellow. I don't know why, I'm just drawn to this yellow. Look how cool those look. That took literally less than 5 minutes. I mean, I'm looking at my timer, it's 7 minutes, but that's because I'm talking and yapping and doing all this stuff. Got a little more water in here. Again, you can take your brush and add some metallic. Even when it dries, you can add a little metallic. Gonna add a little metallic here on the edge. Maybe drop some in here. You want to play around with putting some trees, you can do that. I'm adding some more Prussian blue, some yellow, thicker the paint, brown. Let's see if we can make some trees happen. It's still kind of all dried up here, but I'm going to bleed some of the color up in here now. Some trees. Just tapping it. Just tapping it. And we got some trees kind of happening right there. A simple landscape. Little trees down here. Maybe I'll make them gray. Gray-green. Just tapping it again. These abstract landscapes. So much fun to do. So simple. You can spend all day playing with that, right? And the intensity of the color, the better. Right? I love the bright yellow, and then you get that nice, beautiful Paynes gray sky. It just makes it look really cool. So, I'm going to go back in with a little brown here. Dry brush it. Give it a little life, a little green. I don't want to fuss too much. I like the energy it's producing right now. And I'm going to call it a day, right? 10 minutes. I mean, seriously, you can go in, you can add little details, you can say things on here, words. If you want to add a little gold, I'm adding some metallic gold here. Woo! And down in here, I like metallic when it comes to abstracts. It's just a little something special. And just do some little dots and little lines. Or even add just a gold right next to that gray. But keep it simple. So now we're going to let this dry and see how it looks as a card. Okay, now that it's dry, you can remove the tape. You get like an instant frame when you remove this tape. This tape is, I don't know, some people don't like using this tape, but I've always used this tape and never had a problem. Obviously, it's ripping up the cardboard, but not the paper. That's more important, right? The paper of what you painted on. Oh, sorry, I spoke too soon. I lifted a little too much on this one, only because I was not carefully tearing it like that. And then you just mount it on some inexpensive cardstock. I have black here, which would be really pretty. Look how cool that is for a card. Someone would love that. This one. And it's that simple. Really, really cool. I think it'd be a really great gift to give somebody. Really, it took like 5 minutes and 0 time. Any skill level can do this. You can play around with all different colorways. You know, maybe if you want to do one at a time. And it's really just like, what the key is to abstract is really just simple and quick. When you're doing this wet on wet technique, simple and quick. Don't overthink it. Don't be putting 5,000 different things in here, all these little colorways, little lines and all kinds of stuff. See how simple that was and how quick it was? That is all you need to do. Simple and quick. And then you'll just come out with a great design. I mean, I love them. And they're simple and quick. And they're very like eye-catching, don't you think? And the colors. So the key also to abstract is, you know, you can make it all muted colors like grays and browns and all that stuff. But I love like bright colors mixed with the dark, deep colors. Sometimes you can make them lighter, but it's not as pretty. I mean, some pretty pale ones, but the intensity of the blue with the gray and that bright yellow really just makes your eye go, wow. So I hope this was fun and helpful. And really try practicing going a little faster, right? Just really put that paint down real quick and then real quick. Don't overthink it. You overthink it, then that's the problem. That's why people get stuck on abstracts and they can't really do them. You just kind of wing it really fast, right? So that's your challenge. Go fast. Go home. So thanks for stopping by my channel. I hope you had fun watching, and please enjoy, have fun, do these really quick, and see the outcome will be really fun. All right, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.